Hey, what is up, you sexy beast? Solanum-Heart Tristan here. This is me using my new mic, so I hope I sound terrific. But I'm going to be telling you guys an awesome story about what happened last night. Well, not really awesome on my part, but you guys will find it funny. I guarantee it. So that's the good news, and I'm going to get right into it, guys. So, since I moved in with my dad, my mom has been taking me out to dinner and stuff so I can see her, because she lives a little bit out of town, so it's kind of hard to go see her. And so she usually, like, buys dinner and stuff, and it's really cool. But last night I was like, alright, well, I'm actually going to stay a night at her house, because it's been, 2 months or so since I've really seen her for longer than a few hours. And so it's like, alright, well, here, 1 second, guys. Alright, so it's been a while since I've really spent a lot of quality time with my mom, so I'm like, alright, well, I've worked late on Saturday, so I'm just going to go and stay there a day. And so I was hanging out with some friends, or a friend, Pfeiffer. I recorded a 1-hour Ghostly by special. This video is going up after that's up, so check that out in the description below if you guys didn't see it. It's fantastic. So I did that with him, and I had to go hang out with my mom. So I drop him off home, and I'm with my little brother because she wanted me to bring him over as well so we can go to her house with him, because he's staying there for a week, because he still changes everything, and he still changes every week like I used to. So we get in the car, we take my friend home without incident, and as you guys know, here it's pretty snowy, so it's very, the roads are not very good. They're slushy now because things started melting, and it's just all around bad. So what we decided to do was we decided to drive apparently all the way across town to go visit my mom at this restaurant that I've never ever heard of. And so this is Mexican restaurant across town into a place that I've never been to. So we type it in on GPS and head down there all the way across town, driving, everything's being fine. We get to what should have been the location after maybe 15 minutes or so, going all the way across town to like the west side or some BS like that. And so we see this Chevron, which is a gas station, guys, and we're like, okay, well, there's a bunch of restaurants and buildings and stuff here, so this should be one of them, right? Well, wrong. And so when I take a left and I go into the Chevron and the other buildings there, and we're looking around for the restaurant name, and we're like, okay, well, I don't see it. Well, this is where the GPS says it is. And so I'm going around to the back of the buildings, and I'm going down this little road, which is in the parking lot, to the bottom of this hill. And I'm like, well, okay, this is a dead end. This is just the bottom of a parking lot, so this isn't where it's going to be. And I'm like, damn it. All right, well, let's turn around and try to go back up the hill. So we turn my car around, and I start heading. Sorry, I keep I keep changing out we and me. But anyway, so I'm with my little brother. Those are the two people in the car. He's sitting in the back right, and I'm sitting in the front left, obviously. So I start trying to go up this hill. And I get going up it a little bit, and then my tires just keep spinning out, and I'm like, oh, and it's not even that big of a hill. It's just the bottom of a parking lot, and so it's, probably a 10-degree incline, but there's so much snow and ice still here that hadn't melted because it's behind a building, so the sun didn't shine on it. That's where the sun don't shine. And so we're just like, oh, God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so I'm trying to, spin out. I'm trying to go slowly, and it's not working. We're backed up against the bottom of the hill now, because I went into reverse, and I'm like, oh, God. So I call my mom in rage, and I'm like, well, I'm stuck at the bottom of the hill. What do you want me to do? And so she's just like, did you find the restaurant? And I'm like, oh, my God, Mom. And so I'm like, all right, well, let's turn to my left and see if I can actually go to the left again. And there's this little, tiny strip of asphalt to my left, to the left of the road, in this parking lot that was clean pavement or clean asphalt. And so we're like, all right, well, we're gonna have to use momentum and then use this part, because my car's front wheel drive, use this little bit of asphalt to actually get up the hill. So we're like, all right, well, so I go to the bottom of the hill again. Well, I'm already at the bottom of the hill, and I turn around, and I finally get turned back in the proper direction, and I just hit it. I hit the gas, and I'm on a flat surface, and I get going, and then I start going, and I start going up the hill, and then my my front left tire catches the asphalt, and I'm just like, yes, and we get out of there. So that's just part one. This is gonna be a pretty long story. So we do that. I finally get out of there. Everything's fantastic. And Ashton's like, yeah, my little brother, and so he's pretty ecstatic. I'm pretty happy too, because I had raged a little bit, cussed, hit my steering wheel a little bit, threw my phone. I was pretty mad that I was stuck at the bottom of this hill, because I'm like, oh God, what are we gonna do? And so my we finally get out of there and we start driving towards supposedly where we're supposed to go, because what we found out later is the restaurant had moved, so my GPS gave me its old location instead of its current location. So I call my mom, and she's with her friend, and so we go with her friend, and so she's like, all right, well, you need to go up this way and roundabout, another roundabout, and then take a right. And I'm like, all right, well, you guys got to pay attention. So you take a right. And so I go up this roundabout, go through another roundabout, and then I take a right on that street. And we keep going, and I'm going with my little brother. And we start going into a forest, and we're like, why the hell would there even be a forest in the middle of this place? And none of it really made any sense. We're like, oh, shit. You know, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so, like, I'm getting even more mad, because I'm like, look, this is where you told me to go. I followed your directions, and I'm not in the right location. We're in the middle of fuck shit nowhere. And so, you know, I was cussing, and Ashton, my little brother, was getting on my side. He was like, yeah, this is dumb. Why is Mom telling us to go? Why do we... And he was like, it was funny, because he's like, why do we always have to go out to eat to dinner? And, you know, in these restaurants and stuff, he's kind of mad about it. And it's like, he was totally on my side. And I thought that was pretty funny, but it's pretty bad that I could influence him. So we turn back around. We do a U-turn. This is probably the second or third U-turn we've done. It's freaking retarded. So we turn back around. We keep going down the street. Now we're going the opposite way. The way we hit the roundabout again, and it would be as if we took a left instead of a right at the roundabout, which she did tell us to take a right in my defense. So we keep going down that way a little bit for maybe half a mile, and I'm just like, dude, we're literally going back into another forest. And so I get mad, and I start turning around. I cut over the median, and yes, I drive a little car, so it's like, just cut over a little bit of this cobblestone median, no big deal, winky face. And so we're both pretty mad at this point. And so I've called her several times, and she's like, no, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep going to the top of the hill. And so she insists that I keep going down the right side of that road. And so we turn back around, and we keep going all the way up. And so we start going up that road again, and we start going even farther. Oh, just keep going. And so I'm in a lot of rage right now. My little brother even called me a raging bull, because I just got so pissed. Like, I wasn't mad at other drivers or anything. I was just mad that this place is in the middle of nowhere. Can't find it. You know, when you can't figure something out, I just get mad. And if you guys saw my Take a Chill Pill Bro video, then that explains that anger, kind of. Doesn't really explain it, it just kind of talks about it. So we keep going, and we go up this hill, and we're like, okay, where is this damn place? Because we kept going, and we just kept going for, man, maybe like 6 miles, and we're just getting further and further into the forest, and we're just like, okay, this is retarded. Well, we're going home. And so I call my mom up, and I'm mad at her. I'm legitimately pissed. I'm like, look, this place doesn't exist. I'm done, and I'm just gonna call it off. If you want to pick up my little brother, you can come to my house and you can pick him up. So we start driving back home, and my little brother wanted to stop at the Chevron from earlier to get some food, because he was hungry, because we were supposed to be going to a restaurant at this point, but that didn't really follow through. So we're like, all right, well, let's go to this let's go to the Chevron, get some food. And so he bought some Doritos, which were $4.29, and he is gonna pay me back for those, because it's an expensive bag, and I wasn't hungry. So anyway, so he's 7, by the way, guys. So he's gonna pay me back for those, but that's not really the denouement of the story. So I know I said that like 4 times. I'm sorry. Anyway, my mom's like, okay, well, you're gonna have to come to this restaurant. You're gonna have to learn to find where it is and deal with it. But I'm like, oh, come on, this is dumb. This is retarded. So like, oh, all right, well, if you insist, I guess. Well, I mean, okay, Mom. And so she's like, turn back around. You go up that street, and you take a right. I'm like, look, we took a right, ma'am. And we went for like 6 miles up this hill, and it's just not there. She's like, okay, we'll take a left then. I'm like, all right. And so we'd ended up asking a few people whether, we also kind of stopped by the gas station because I had to take a piss. But we also ended up stopping by, because, I mean, when you rage, bro, you just have to take a piss. I mean, it happens. And so we'd asked some people, and they're like, yeah, it's that general direction. And so it would have been as if you went to that roundabout and took a left. So we're like, all right, well, we're going to stay true, hit this roundabout and take a left and just keep going and keep going and keep going. So we do that. We go for maybe 1.5 miles extra, because the first time we only went like half a mile or so, and this whole endeavor lasted an hour. This is not even a joke. This made me legitimately very, very stressed. I had to take care of some stuff, masturbate later. So anyway, that's the thing. So we keep going down this road. We're like, all right, well, it should be up here soon, and we see this small little quote town thing. It's just a bunch of bullshit, because it was there this whole time, and we'd been going the wrong way and becoming so close, but yet so far, to this place. So we see the place, and we're just like, oh my god, are you kidding me? This is so dumb. And we were pretty like irate but happy at the same time, and we meet with my mom, and then we end up going eating at the restaurant and stuff, and they'd been there for 5 hours, which was ridiculous. She was catching up with a friend, and so we started leaving there, and she had taken my little brother, and I was just solo. So I'm driving back to my house to get some stuff so I can stay the night, and I'm heading back, and I'm going up this hill, the road that I'd driven on earlier that day, and it's like a quote residential area, so the speed limit's 25 in Oregon. So I'm going up this hill, and at the top of the hill, I didn't see the stop sign, and so like I see it like way late, and so I hit my brakes, and as I mentioned earlier, the weather is horrible, so I start skidding like mad, dude. Like, you know, I know you're not supposed to hit your brakes, but I panicked. So I was like, oh god, a stop sign. And so I slammed on my brakes, and I start skidding like mad, and I'm like, okay, this is a four-way stop, and I jammed on my gas, and I survived, you guys. I made it just okay. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this long story. That was my worst time ever driving. Yeah, if you guys want more stories, please let me know. This was just a fresh one. I hope I made it funny for you guys, even though it's a very, very boring story if I hadn't told it the way I did. But please let me know what you think of my new microphone. I think it sounds just phenomenal, you guys. Very, very clear, very, very concise. Oh my god, 95 likes on the Would You Rather. More coming, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to check out that hour-long ghostly advice. If you guys made it to this part of the video, comment GF in the description below. No one will really know what you're talking about unless, you know, they made it here. Have a great day, and remember the fact that I'd fuck the shit out of you.